dari seorang anak yang tumbuh dan mulai mencari jalan hidupnya. Dunia yang dulu terasa jauh, kini ada di genggaman. Universitas terbuka hadir membuka jalan bagi siapa saja, dari mana saja, untuk terus belajar dan berkembang. UT menawarkan fakultas dan jurusan yang beragam untuk menjangkau segala minat dan potensi. Tak hanya itu, UT juga berkomitmen pada pelestarian lingkungan dengan menerapkan konsep Green University yang dilengkapi fasilitas ramah lingkungan. Ribuan mahasiswa tersebar di berbagai wilayah, dari Sabang sampai Merauke, bahkan hingga luar negeri. Ini membuktikan bahwa di UT, belajar bukan lagi soal tempat atau waktu, melainkan tentang kesempatan yang terbuka luas untuk semua orang. Di universitas terbuka, teknologi bukan sekedar alat, tapi jembatan yang menghubungkan mimpi dengan kenyataan. Berbagai inovasi pembelajaran dihadirkan, mulai dari tutorial berbasis AI, siaran radio, UT TV, hingga dunia virtual dan metaverse. Bahkan terdapat sistem ujian yang fleksibel dan inklusif. UT memastikan akses pendidikan menjangkau seluruh pelosok, dari kota hingga desa. Dosen dan tutor UT hadir melalui layar, suara, dan ruang digital. Dengan teknologi, menjangkau yang jauh, menguatkan yang ragu, membimbing setiap mahasiswa menuju ilmu tanpa batas waktu, tanpa jarak yang menghalangi. Universitas terbuka memiliki 775 dosen tetap yang tersebar di seluruh Indonesia, serta memiliki 35 profesor dengan target peningkatan 2,5% per tahun. UT juga didukung oleh ribuan tutor aktif yang memfasilitasi pembelajaran. Setiap langkah kecil yang konsisten, lambat laun menjelma menjadi pencapaian besar. Universitas terbuka tak hanya tumbuh, tapi terus membuktikan kualitasnya. Prestasi demi prestasi diraih, penghargaan dan akreditasi menjadi bukti bahwa kualitas tak pernah diragukan dan komitmen terhadap pendidikan terus dijaga. Inovasi lahir bukan sekedar pembeda, namun sebagai jawaban atas kebutuhan belajar yang terus berkembang. Dari teknologi pembelajaran terkini hingga sistem yang lebih ramah dan inklusif, semua dirancang agar pendidikan dapat menjangkau ke semua lapisan. Terbukti, berbagai terobosan ini telah berhasil memperoleh sejumlah paten.
Pendidikan adalah kehidupan yang terus hidup. Mari kita jadikan ilmu sebagai bentuk eksistensi diri kita sebagai manusia yang terus ingin belajar. Semoga cita-cita kita semuanya untuk menjadi mahasiswa yang menempuh pendidikan di universitas terbuka ini akan lahir sebagai manusia-manusia yang hebat.
Harapan saya buat mahasiswa UT jangan pernah kecil hati dan jangan pernah patah semangat, dan mudah-mudahan membuat kita komit untuk bisa menyelesaikan perkuliahan di UT. Semangat terus!
Harapannya semoga universitas terbuka di era globalisasi ini dan juga di era digital tetap berkualitas dan tetap menjangkau yang tidak terjangkau. Pendidikan berkualitas di Indonesia terus merambah kemana-mana.
Di balik langkah kecil seorang anak, tersimpan mimpi yang begitu besar. Bukan tentang kemewahan, bukan tentang harta, tapi tentang ilmu, cahaya yang mampu mengubah masa depan.
Terkadang ingatan membawa kita kembali ke awal, ke masa saat dunia adalah taman bermain yang luas dengan penuh rasa ingin tahu. Dan lihatlah kini, semangat kegembiraan dan rasa ingin tahu itu telah mengantarkannya menjadi bagian dari sebuah perjalanan besar. Perjalanan yang ia jalani di universitas terbuka. Tempat impian dan potensi tak pernah berhenti bertumbuh.
Dapatkah langkah kecil di antara sunyi menuntun pada cita yang tak terbayangkan? Dari sebuah cermin yang memantulkan mimpi, dari seorang anak yang tumbuh dan mulai mencari jalan hidupnya. Dunia yang dulu terasa jauh, kini ada di genggaman. Universitas terbuka hadir membuka jalan bagi siapa saja, dari mana saja, untuk terus belajar dan berkembang. UT menawarkan fakultas dan jurusan yang beragam untuk menjangkau segala minat dan potensi. Tak hanya itu, UT juga berkomitmen pada pelestarian lingkungan dengan menerapkan konsep Green University yang dilengkapi fasilitas ramah lingkungan. Ribuan mahasiswa tersebar di berbagai wilayah, dari Sabang sampai Merauke, bahkan hingga luar negeri. Ini membuktikan bahwa di UT, belajar bukan lagi soal tempat atau waktu, melainkan tentang kesempatan yang terbuka luas untuk semua orang. Di universitas terbuka, teknologi bukan sekedar alat, tapi jembatan yang menghubungkan mimpi dengan kenyataan. Berbagai inovasi pembelajaran dihadirkan, mulai dari tutorial berbasis AI, siaran radio, UT TV, hingga dunia virtual dan metaverse. Bahkan terdapat sistem ujian yang fleksibel dan inklusif. UT memastikan akses pendidikan menjangkau seluruh pelosok, dari kota hingga desa. Dosen dan tutor UT hadir melalui layar, suara, dan ruang digital. Dengan teknologi, menjangkau yang jauh, menguatkan yang ragu, membimbing setiap mahasiswa menuju ilmu tanpa batas waktu, tanpa jarak yang menghalangi. Universitas Terbuka memiliki 775 dosen tetap yang tersebar di seluruh Indonesia, serta memiliki 35 profesor dengan target peningkatan 2,5% per tahun. UT juga didukung oleh ribuan tutor aktif yang memfasilitasi pembelajaran. Setiap langkah kecil yang konsisten, lambat laun menjelma menjadi pencapaian besar. Universitas Terbuka tak hanya tumbuh, tapi terus membuktikan kualitasnya. Prestasi demi prestasi diraih, penghargaan dan akreditasi menjadi bukti bahwa kualitas tak pernah diragukan dan komitmen terhadap pendidikan terus dijaga. Inovasi lahir bukan sekedar pembeda, namun sebagai jawaban atas kebutuhan belajar yang terus berkembang. Dari teknologi pembelajaran terkini hingga sistem yang lebih ramah dan inklusif, semua dirancang agar pendidikan dapat menjangkau ke semua lapisan. Terbukti, berbagai terobosan ini telah berhasil memperoleh sejumlah paten.
Pendidikan adalah kehidupan yang terus hidup. Mari kita jadikan ilmu sebagai bentuk eksistensi diri kita sebagai manusia yang terus ingin belajar. Semoga cita-cita kita semuanya untuk menjadi mahasiswa yang menempuh pendidikan di Universitas Terbuka ini akan lahir sebagai manusia-manusia yang hebat.
Harapan saya buat mahasiswa UT jangan pernah kecil hati dan jangan pernah patah semangat, dan mudah-mudahan membuat kita komit untuk bisa menyelesaikan perkuliahan di UT. Semangat terus!
Harapannya semoga Universitas Terbuka di era globalisasi ini dan juga di era digital tetap berkualitas dan tetap menjangkau yang tidak terjangkau. Pendidikan berkualitas di Indonesia terus merambah kemana-mana.
Di balik langkah kecil seorang anak, tersimpan mimpi yang begitu besar. Bukan tentang kemewahan, bukan tentang harta, tapi tentang ilmu, cahaya yang mampu mengubah masa depan.
Terkadang ingatan membawa kita kembali ke awal, ke masa saat dunia adalah taman bermain yang luas dengan penuh rasa ingin tahu. Dan lihatlah kini, semangat kegembiraan dan rasa ingin tahu itu telah mengantarkannya menjadi bagian dari sebuah perjalanan besar. Perjalanan yang ia jalani di Universitas Terbuka. Tempat impian dan potensi tak pernah berhenti bertumbuh.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. Welcome to the International Mobility Program for Academic and Cultural Transformation, or M.Ak 2026. Honorable Rector of Universitas Terbuka, Vice Rectors of Universitas Terbuka, Head of the Institute for Research and Community Service, Secretary the University, distinguished deans and vice deans of all faculties, Director of Graduate and Vocational Schools, distinguished lecturers from University Sains Malaysia, our distinguished speakers, and all invited guests. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to serve as your master ceremony today. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Chandra Murthy. I am a lecturer of Economic Development Study Program at Faculty of Economic and Business, Indonesia Open University, Universitas Terbuka. To begin this special event, thank you. To begin this special event, may I invite everyone to stand for the national anthem of Indonesia, Indonesia Raya, followed by the national anthem of Malaysia, Negaraku, and continued by Hymne UT. Please stand. Thank you. You may please be seated. We shall now proceed to the welcoming speech. It's my honor to invite the Dean of Faculty Economic and Business, Universitas Terbuka, Dr. Meirani Harsasi, SEMSI, to deliver the welcoming remarks. The floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, selamat pagi Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Distinguished Rector of Universitas Terbuka, Honorable Vice Rectors, respected speakers, Professor Kwang Chung from KNOU, Professor Sahraman Hadji Latif from Mindanao State University, dan Dr. Agustine Dwianika from Universitas Terbuka. Moderator, Mr. Adam Sudaryanto from Universitas Terbuka, distinguished guest, Mr. Erno de Korte from PLAS Netherlands, also our guests from University Science Malaysia, lecturers, and also the students of USM, UT students, ladies and gentlemen, and all of the guests that here today. On Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Terbuka, it is my great pleasure to warmly welcome you all to the International Seminar of Impact 2026. As the host of this event, Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Terbuka is honored to bring together academics, students, and partners from different countries in one forum today. Ladies and gentlemen, today's seminar carries an important theme: building sustainable and globally competitive MSMEs in the digital era. This topic is very relevant to us as micro, small, medium enterprises continue to play a key role in our economy. We are also very happy to welcome our guests from University Science Malaysia, consisting of 13 students and 3 lecturers, who will join a series of activities with us from April 5th to April 10th, 2026. Their activities begin today with this international seminar, and on April 7th, they will join an industrial visit to Indonesia Stock Exchange and also National Museum to show the history of Indonesia. And on April 8th and 9th, they will participate in an international community service program in Bandung, along with team building activities and an introduction of Indonesian culture. Finally, on April 10, we will have a cross-cultural performance and the closing of this program. We truly hope that this series of activities will strengthen the relationship between our institutions, the Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Terbuka, and School of Distance Education University Science Malaysia. We are also proud of these collaborations, and we sincerely appreciate this valuable partnership. To all participants, especially the students, I encourage you to actively participate and make the most of this opportunity. Finally, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all speakers and the organizing committee for the great effort in preparing these events. Enjoy this seminar, have a fruitful discussion, and enjoy the whole activities of Impact 2026. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for the insightful remarks. Next, we are honored to have the official opening of Impact 2026 and this international seminar. Please welcome Rektor of Universitas Terbuka, Profesor Dr. Ali Muktianto, SEMSI. Professor, the floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, Rahayu, Rahayu, Rahayu. Good morning, peace be up on us all. Distinguished guests, respected speakers, Professor Kwang, Chung, my best friend from KNOU, KNOU. Thank you for your hospitality when I visited in your traditional market. Profesor Sahraman di Hadji Latif, ini from Mindanao State University, Filipina. Lebih paham bahasa Indonesia daripada bahasa Inggris saya, beliau. Prof. Sahraman. Dan teman adik saya Dr. Agustine Dwianika, SE, M.Ak, from UT, from Akuntansi Keuangan Publik. Special guest Pak Erno from Holland. Holland. And moderator, Mr. Adam, Honorable Vice Rectors, Deans, Directors, Head of LPPM, Research and Public Services, Hadji, lecturers, and dear students. First, let us thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, God Almighty, for His blessings, so we can gather here today in good health for the International Seminars of Impacts 2026. I would like to warmly welcome and thanks all guys, speakers, and committee members for making this event possible. Ladies and gentlemen, Impact 2026 shows our strong commitment to international collaboration. It helps us share knowledge, build connections, and learn from each other across countries. Today's theme, building sustainable and globally competitive micro, small, and medium enterprise in the digital era, is very important. MSMEs are the big backbone of our economy. In today's digital world, they must not only survive, but also grow, adapt, and compete globally. This seminar is a great opportunity to learn new ideas, share experiences, and find solutions together. We are honored to have our distinguished speakers, Professor Kwang, Chung, Professor Sahraman, and Dr. Agustine Dwianika, with Mr. Adam Sudaryanto as moderator. To all students, I encourage you to join actively, ask questions, and use this opportunity to grow your knowledge and expand your network. Universitas Terbuka believes that collaboration is the key success in global education. We hope, we wish the partnership will continue and bring great benefit for all of us. Finally, by saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I officially open the International Seminar of Impact 2026. And at the same time, I officially open the whole series of Impact 2026 activities that will be held from April 6 to April 10, 2026. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Professor, for the insightful opening. To enrich our program with cultural appreciation, we are pleased to present a traditional Betawi creative dance entitled Tari Pelangi Jakarta by students of SMA Dharma Karya. This dance illustrates the diversity of Jakarta's population, which originates from various regions across the Indonesian archipelago. Just like a beautiful rainbow in the sky of Jakarta, the rich colors of culture come together in harmony, making this performance vibrant and meaningful. It also serves as an expression of gratitude to the Almighty. Please welcome SMA Dharma Karya. Thank you very much for the wonderful performance. We will now continue with a short video introduction Indonesia. This video highlights wonderful Indonesia, showcasing the country's rich cultural heritage, breathtaking natural landscape, and diverse tradition from across the archipelago. From its vibrant cities to its serene island, Indonesia offers a unique blend of modernity and tradition. Indonesia embraced the national motto Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which means unity in diversity. This phrase beautifully reflects the rich diversity of Indonesia, where people from various cultural, ethnic, and linguistic backgrounds synchronize together in harmony as one nation. It also reflects the spirit of unity in diversity, which is at the heart of Indonesia identity, and highlight Indonesia's potential as a destination for cultural exchange, education, and global collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy wonderful Indonesia.
Tak beranjak, kami menunggumu. Merindukan tatapan kagummu. Membayangkan ramai tepuk tanganmu dan menantikan kedatanganmu. Kami di sini untukmu. Bersama mereka yang ingin mengisi harimu. Dan yang ingin dekat denganmu. Semangat kami masih tersimpan. Dan kami telah menyiapkan setiap keindahan dan kekayaan. Senyuman dan isi hati kami ingin segera tersampaikan. Keajaiban kami, cerita-cerita kami, dan tradisi kami ingin segera bertemu. Kami tahu kamu pun ingin cepat kembali. Karenanya, kami selalu menjaga tempat ini. Sampai nanti kamu kembali dengan rasa tenang, kami tunggu di sini, di Indonesia aja.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce our moderator for today's morning session, Mr. Adam Sudaryanto. He's a lecturer in the Entrepreneurship Study Program at Universitas Terbuka and holds an MBA degree from Universitas Gadjah Mada. He's also actively involved in community service initiative focused on sustainable micro, small, medium enterprise development with both academic insight and practical experience. Mr. Adam will be guiding today's discussion as our moderator. Please welcome Mr. Adam Sudaryanto.
Thank you very much to our Master of Ceremony, Mrs. Chandra Murthy, for the kind introduction. I truly appreciate it. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Rahayu, Rahayu, Rahayu. Distinguished speakers, respected participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the International Seminar M.Ak 2026. Before we begin, I would like to kindly invite all of our honorable speakers to take their seats at the front. Please welcome Professor Kwang, Professor Sahraman, and Dr. Agustine. Yeah, you can sit at the front, please. Before we begin the session, I would like to inform all participants of the seminar guidelines. Each speaker will be given 25 minutes to deliver their presentation. We will start with our first speaker, Professor Chung, followed by second speaker, Professor Sahraman, and the third speaker, Dr. Agustine. At the end of all presentation, we will have a Q&A session where participants, both on-site and online, are welcome to engage and ask questions. Thank you for your attention. Let us begin with our first speaker. Now allow me to introduce our first speaker, Professor Kwang from Korea National Open University, South Korea. Professor Kwang is a professor in the Department of Computer Science at Korea National Open University, South Korea. He earned his PhD and master degree in computer science and engineering from Korea University. He has extensive international academic and research experience. He has also contributed as a lecturer and researcher at Korea University. Professor Chung has received numerous prestigious awards, including Best Paper Awards from international conferences and recognition at Best Research Professor at Korea National Open University. Give applause to Professor Chung. Without further ado, Professor Kwang Chung, the time is yours.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Kwang Chung. I can't. Next. Okay. I think it's the remote control. So, hello everyone, my name is Kwang and I will show the building sustainable and global competitive small and medium-sized of enterprise in the digital era. So actually, I focus on the student who will make the startup enterprise. And good morning, everyone. Today, I will talk about the AI tools, especially what kind of tools we have to use. So in this case, we means, as I said, student will make a startup and how to use the AI tool. And this is not a theoretical discussion and not a practical, it is a practical presentation. And instead I want to focus on the practical strategy that the small firms can actually apply in their daily operation of the startup, which are the small one or the medium enterprise. As you follow this presentation, think about you want the business or the business you know. So that is the main topic is what biggest the difference right now. So actually, so in my case, already I have that maybe 2 years ago, and right now I try to build the local LMS for my private situation. So I mean, so I will construct my private LMS for my student only with my data. That means that I don't want the data to be used by the other part of student or the other part of LMS. That means that if you use the LMS as like the ChatGPT or the others, Gemini, then so your data will be go away to others, and especially the OpenAI or the Google can use your private data. Because we have to know that, and actually the startup student have to think about that. The next, please. Okay. Let's briefly work you through today. So actually, so it's 5 part of the content, and let's explore the system key area, the content creation, the social media and email marketing, and insight and social SEO. The SEO is a search engine optimizer, and a chatbot and conversion. Actually, so almost the conclusion will be a conversion. So how to get the browser into the buyer with your website of your startup company. So this is designed to move from the understanding, application, and execution. And that is the pipeline for using the AI tool in the startup company. Next, please. Yes, let's start with the really small or the medium business face today. As shown on this slide, already we have the startup has some challenges. Small businesses are not just to compete with the nearby store anymore. So as you know, the big brand is eBay or the Amazon or the others. Global company has their own network and logistics, and there is big money to promote their company. It does this, at the same time, the resources are limited. That is big problem of the startup company. There's time, the budget, and the talent are all the constraint. So what happened? I mean, so you as a startup company have to use the AI tools. Time consumed or the budget can be saved with the AI. Many decisions are based on intuition rather than the data. But with the AI tools, we can decide based on the data. Actually, the big data. Is the big data about for the competitor or the customers and the market situation. This is exactly the problem the AI is designed to solve. Next, please. And AI changed how the decisions are made. Already, as you know, the AI has a big power to deal with the big data in a short time. Thus, instead of guessing what might work, the AI analyzes the patterns in customer behavior, the searching trends, or the campaign performance. So it turns raw data into the actionable insight. This kind of insight will be based on the decision making of a startup company. And with that, you, the startup company student will make the correct decision, I think. But let me emphasize something important. The AI is not replacing human judgment, because the AI has so many kind of bias or something. I will show that. This is the enhancing decision making. I mean, the student who will make a startup company use the AI, but depend on the AI. That means you have to decide your own decision with the result of analysis of AI. Next, please. And let's begin with the content creation. Basically, the AI can make the effective the method for the gathering the information, the analyze the information, and make some the meaningful trend or meaningful situation analysis result. It's a small business companies struggle with content, not because they don't have the idea, it's not because they don't have time. Actually, they has a big and good idea, but for the big idea or the ideation, so small company have to do so many kind of works. But the AI helps solve the blank page problem. As you know, the blank page problem is a big barrier to the small company. Instead of starting from zero, you start with the detail and draft and improving it. This kind of shift alone can significantly increase the productivity. So next, please. And we have to think about what the AI can do for the small company. The AI can generate draft, suggested sentences over the identified trending topic. So from the website or internet or some documentation from the newspaper company or the other analysis company. But one of the most powerful feature is the content repurposing. It's very important to a startup company. For example, so one blog post can become the social media post, the email campaigns, the website content. From them, the AI can reproduce or repurpose the kind of things with so many kind of big data. This multiple output without multiplying the effort with the small company. Next, please. The quality control is very difficult to the small company. The AI-generated content should be published as is. Do you think so? I don't think so, because in my case, already this presentation file is produced by the Gemini. After that, so before that, I make the content list and for the long presentation time, and from them I extract the lecture note. After that, I re-edited them for the student who will make a startup company. After that, I will gather some documentation or some report files from the internet and put them into my Gemini, and I have the slide scenario, and from them to make the script file from the ChatGPT. In my case, I used two AI tools, ChatGPT and Gemini. After that, I edit the presentation file. This morning, I sent the last version of my presentation file to Dr. Halim. That kind of process have to be done by the startup company and the student. Thus, I mean you must review, refine, and align the content with your brand voice. In my case, the presentation aim and the audience, I have to know that. As like that, you student have to know who is the customer, who is the competitor, and what situation of the market. That kind of things you have to control the AI. Next, please. And strategy 2 is the social media. I think the startup company have to deal with the social media because nowadays social media is the most powerful advertising tool as like the Insta or TikTok. So I think that you will agree with me 100%. The social media is powerful, but it's also demanding. So actually, so many kind of the influence of the others. Short will be popular during too short time. For small teams, it is difficult to manage the rapid trend in the social media. AI helps the automating the analysis and the supporting scheduling, which reduce workload while improving consistency. And the consistency is very important in the advertising or the SNS, because so many kind of SNS you have to deal. But the various short or various content startup company need. Thus, AI will make a consistent the social media advertising to the several kind of SNS. Next, please. AI-driven social analytics is, I think, is the biggest power of the AI. The social analytics has so huge information. Thus, if we try to analyze all the social media or the others, something else, the advertising, that is almost so impossible, I think. The AI track the engagement automatically. The likes, shares, clicks. Basically, I know all the SNS company support the API. In my case, the last years, I used the data from the TripAdvisor and analyze the Kwang market in Seoul. But it's a huge the data I collect them, and I have to almost 2,000 likes or shares or comments. Thus, I have to indicate that I extract and classify them with Gemini. And if I, in these years, if I have to do that again, I will not the program for that. So I just use the Gemini and ChatGPT. Thus, this allows the business to move from the recruit posting to strategic content planning from the social analytics. Next, please. That is, I recommend the social media tools. So actually, all of them, I did not use that, but just to log in and try to how to use that. And actually, the Prof Social and Hootsuite and BuzzSumo is the useful tools to analyze the social media. And if the startup student can use that, then save the time, the manpower, and the other budget, I think. Yeah, next please. And strategy 3 is actually, it's email marketing is still one of the highest ROI channel, I think. The big, actually, so you don't you didn't read any email from the big company. But in my case, it's with my private email as Google. So usually I log as make a ID or account with my private email. Then so usually one day I received 3 or 4 email from the private small company. But in my case, the generic email, I ignore that. That means if some different thing was with my interesting with that email, in the case I read that. I mean the AI allows the small business to deliver the personalized message. The personalized is very important to the customer or buyer. There's a personalized, in my case, okay. Next, please. The email optimization means to make a personalized the email for the one or two or the group, the buyer or group browser. That is means the timing, the tone, the content. It will be personalized by AI. And the next, please. And the revenue impact and tool example, the result is measurable. With the higher the open rate, the more the click in the website. Basically, the startup company will use the website to be accessed by the customers. Then I think the revenue impact is very, very good for the small company. The next one, please. The next one. Okay. The strategy 4 is the insight. From this stage strategy, is a higher level of service or result from the AI. The insight is very important to the decision making. The understanding competitor and the customer is critical. That is the insight. But traditionally, it is time consuming because first of all, the gathering the information about the competitor and the customer. But the AI dramatically speed up this process. The next, please. That is related with the competitor tracking. This allows faster and smarter decision making, help information. I think you make the AI make a decision. You are make a decision. You have to make a decision with AI help. Because so that the bias or discrimination algorithm will be removed from the commercial AI service company. But it is very difficult because AI model is just the probabilistic and mathematical model. Thus, the bias result, I don't know how to that, but that is my major, but I try to make the reason to make by myself the local element is that the bias or discrimination, the result from the AI model. So next, please. Next. Yes, the strategy 5 is local SEO. SEO means the search engine optimizer. Actually, the search engine optimizer can be made by the big data from the trend of customer. That means if the customer the search words, we will know that, then we can make some advertising sentence with that several the keyword. Then the website or your advertisement will be searched by Google or the other Google search engine from the customer's search keyword. That kind of things can be done by AI. And next, please. The AI is the automated update, listing, and the review responses according to the trend of customers' search keyword. That means local SEO support. And the consistency directly impacts the trust and the search ranking. As I said, the consistent advertiser, the website data is very important to the customer because the consistent advertisement in several SNS can make the customer trust to your advertise. The next, please. The most local is the kind of AI tool. And next, please. The strategy 6 is the chatbot. In my case, I have took the patent, the Korean patent for the chatbot. Then the chatbot is very important because so chatbot can work the 24 hours and 7 days. The customer expect the immediate response anytime, anywhere. But the small business cannot operate the 24 hours or 7 days. But the chatbot solves this gap, and sometimes the chatbot can agree the emotion of the customer and follow the emotion of customer. Next, please. That is the chatbot function. So intelligent chatbot can do the answer the frequent questions instantly, or basically the lower support cost while improving accessibility with the emotional answers or some emotional recommendation for some boys and girls. Next, please. In the chatbot, the quality control is very important. So as I said, AI generated content cannot be published as is status. Thus, we have to review and control and manage it, the result of AI. Next, please. And next. Okay, the last thing is the strategy, the conversion. I think that it is very important. So the reason we or startup student will use the AI to make browser to buyer. So with the website or the other advertiser in the SNS. That is conversion. So now one of the most important topic, I think, the conversion. The many visitors live without taking action, but we have to make the visitor into the buyer. The AI helps turn visitor into customer with a chatbot or analytics advertisement of the trend. The kind of things will be made by AI. Yeah, next please. Next please. That is the inside tools, and that tools, so if you use that, they analyze the trend or the interesting or the others, emotional, the group person's emotional. The group person will have the similar emotion or similar age or similar theme or similar interesting. The kind of similarity can be grouped or classified by the kind of inside tool, and from them, the AI tools analyze the trend or intention of that group. That group is anonymous, without privacy data, and the AI can do that. So next, please. So next, please. That is my small conclusion. Work smarter, not only harder. But if you can make a good or smarter decision, you have to be smarter and wiser with AI. But the AI try to lie and lie. That is a big problem. Thus, you have to verify, and you make yourself the decision. The next, please. Yes, today I will show how to use AI. To use the AI, I proposed 6 strategies. But in the 6 strategy, each of them has their own AI tools. So actually, I think we cannot use all of them. But if you know one of them, then your startup company will be more bigger and bigger, and get the good reputation from the customer or visitor. I will finish my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Chung, for the insightful presentation. We truly appreciate that. Dear participants, for those joining us online, you may submit your question through the chat box during the session. Next, it is my honor to introduce our second speaker, Professor Sahraman di Hadji Latif from Mindanao State University, Philippines. Professor Sahraman is the Dean of the College of Business Administration and Accountancy at Mindanao State University, Philippines. He holds a Master of Science in Islamic Finance and a Master degree in Economics and a PhD in Islamic Economics. He has extensive academics and leadership experience. Professor Sahraman frequently participates in international conferences with expertise in Islamic finance, economic development, and governance, contributing to discussion on sustainable and inclusive economic system. Professor Sahraman, please, the floor is yours. Give applause.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. To our officials of the Universitas Terbuka, students and faculty members, because in the Philippines we call faculty members the lecturers from University of Science Malaysia, students and faculty members or lecturers from Universitas Terbuka, my fellow speakers, guests, ladies and gentlemen, please and good morning to all of you, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I tend to speak Bahasa, but I always emphasize before that it might sometimes I interchangeably some words in Bahasa, so I am afraid, I worry that if I interchangeably, it might be misunderstood. Example is kaki lima, lima kaki. So I am not sure. But for me, in order to not to forget, maybe when you walk, you have to use first the kaki. So maybe kaki lima is the correct one, I think. I'm not sure. So I will use maybe English. So my topic maybe this continuation of, I can say, continuation of the lecture of the first speaker that discusses about the EI. He emphasizes that we need to work smarter, work harder, but now we not just, maybe I can add, work smarter, work harder, and work ethically. So our topic is about building sustainable micro and small medium enterprises through ethical and fit-based business practices in the digital era. In the digital era, we have many unethical practices. As I said, algorithm, maybe there is also an unethical practices using of AI, artificial intelligence. I said AI, our first speaker said that AI is also always lying. So you must verify. Also, using AI, you need to cite, you need to have references. Otherwise, you will be accused of plagiarism. So this is an unethical. So, okay, next slide. So we will be discussing how ethical support the sustainability and competitiveness of the micro and small medium enterprises. So we might ask, how can ethical and fit-based business practices drive sustainable and competitive micro, small, and medium enterprises? Why we should act ethically in business? This is the question that sometimes we have to ask in ourselves, particularly for those entrepreneurs and business owners. So what's the connection between the ethics and sustainability? So next slide. I hope I can manage my time given to me, 25 minutes. So what's the connection as I get? What's the relationship between the ethics and sustainability? Why both are important, as we said? As we work hard, smarter, we work harder, we must also work ethically. So in business, we have this business ethics. When we talk about the business ethics, we talk about the moral, good moral and good values in business. How it is important in the business, the good moral and right conduct. These terms are important because when we talk about business ethics, we talk about the good values in business, and then what is business sustainability, how it is connected with business sustainability. Of course, as we will further discuss later, the trust that can be built by business ethics, this will lead to business sustainability. So when we talk about sustainability, we talk about how the business will take in the long run, how the business will be sustained. So usually, business will be sustained when it is in ethical way. When it is in an unethical way, there will be a possibility, not just a possibility, that this will not last. So that's the connection between business ethics and business sustainability. So by having a business ethics, having a business sustainability, then we'll be having profit and efficiency. But as we said, profit builds and ethics sustains. That's the connection. Yes, profit, it can build business, but without ethics in business, then this will not sustain. Next slide. So again, when we talk about ethical business, we talk about the moral responsibility in business, in doing business, in doing entrepreneurship. We have a moral responsibility. That is the ethical side. And when we talk about the fit, how it is connected, because when we talk about ethics, we always discuss also sometimes religion, the faith, because mostly ethics is discussed in the religious arena, in the religious aspect. So when we talk about the two, the ethical and the faith, we talk about the connection of faith in the religion. So we talk about the religious acceptance. Are these business ethics are religiously acceptable? Then ethics and faith then will be having a profit. Next. So what are those we talk about? The impact categorization. I categorized the negative consequences or impacts of unethical business practices, not just in our digital era, in this digital era, but in a general way. There are negative impacts of unethical business practices that impact to our environment, to our society. There are unethical business practices that will impact to our consumers or buyers. We have also a negative impact of business practices that will give negative consequences to our employees or workers and other business institutions, and even in our religion and our government. What are those examples, as we can see? The next slide, so we can say, for example, in business now, sometimes some business owners, managers, they ignore the importance of waste and pollution management. This is unethical. If your business provides waste and pollution in our environment, this is harmful substance. Will give a harmful substance, water contamination, and this will not good for our environment. So this is an unethical, wherein that is why it is necessary that ethics should be integrated in business. Otherwise, this is not good for our environment. So greenwashing, some companies, they pretend that they help the society, the environment, but in reality, no. Because what is important usually in business, and some businesses, is to maximize profit and minimize cost. This is usually the vision of the companies, as we always hear. Maximize the profit, minimize the cost. And sometimes, in a secular business or unethical business practices, they ignore the importance of ethics. And so that is why business practices, these are the unethical business practices that will impact the society. There is a need to waste and pollution management, the greenwashing, loss of trust. This greenwashing, if the company is doing greenwashing, then this will lead to a loss of trust of the society. This will lead also the customer backlash. So you see how you can see in what's the relationship between ethics and the sustainability here. If you are doing greenwashing, if you do not contribute to the manage your waste and pollution, this will create harmful substances. In greenwashing, this will create loss of trust, and this will lead, if your customer backlash, then this will not good to your business, to sustainability of your business. Will be losing your customers, your stakeholders. Next. For the consumers, we are now in the digital era. Mostly fake advertisement. We may bogus advertising. As you can see, OEI also now produce many videos, fake videos. Now, we are the problem in there is a conflict in Middle East. So you can see there are many videos circulating which is not true. It's a bogus. So in business also there are many bogus advertising and real business just to entice, just to attract the customers. Some businesses, they make an fake advertising just to attract the customers. So this is an unethical, because this is a deception. This is an also financial loss on the part of the consumers. Unfair pricing. Some businesses, what they do is sometimes they have this unfair pricing. In unfair pricing, this is an unjust and exploitation. Because it is an unjust, it is an exploitation, this is an unethical. For instance, here in the Philippines, we have the problem of the oil, because we are not one countries that produce oil like Indonesia. So because of the Middle East conflict, there is an increase of oil prices, gasoline prices in the Philippines. What companies did, some petroleum companies in the Philippines, they increase the prices before they buy based on the old inventory. So this is an unethical. You increase the price just because you take advantage of the conflict, and you have not yet buy the new inventory. You mean that you use the old inventory. So this is an unethical. This is an unfair. This is an unjust exploitation, increasing wealth through at the compensation of others. Misleading products. So you can observe now there are many misleading products or services information that are circulating in our in the social platform. For example, sometimes these products pretend that it is safe, it is clean, these products clean, hygiene, but in reality unsafe. And of course, for the Muslims, it is sometimes pretend that it is halal, but it is not halal. It is haram. So you see, this is an unethical. There are many businesses that pretend to be halal, but generally it is haram. So this is an unethical because, as you say, this is deception. Next. On the part of the workers, of course, sometimes some companies, they exploit. There is an exploitation of the workers, mistreatment to the workers. So this is also an unethical. Poor working environment. The companies provide a poor environment to their workers. So this is the workers, the employees maybe are affected of the illness. They feel stressed because of the poor working environment, and this is also unethical. Wage inequality. This is what we observe sometimes. There is a disparity between the high disparity between the wage or salary of the lower bottom employees compared to the executive, officers of the company. So, in wage inequality, there is a demoralized, and of course, this is an exploitation. On the part of the next slide, of course, this is also unethical. In business, sometimes there is a bribery, fraud, and deception. And in digital era, as we know, cybersecurity, data privacy is now the privacy of the consumers are used unethically and used for the profit maximization of the companies. This is an abusement. This is an unethical business practices. And all of this will not sustain business. That is why ethics is very important for the sustainability of the business. Next. Of course, for the other organization, unfair competition, some companies, they kill their competitors unjustly just to to make themselves as the sole business. Monopoly, predatory pricing, differentiating of pricing of giving of different prices sometimes, particularly in the small and micro and medium enterprises. Sometimes for business owners, They give different prices to different people, but giving of different prices is with with deception. Maybe if if the customer is known as unfamiliar with the market, you deceive. You give him a high price compared to the customers that know about the market price. So there is a deception. So this is unethical also. Next. Okay, so we go. Why faith-based business ethics is crucial. So I said when we talk about the faith-based, we talk about the difference between the non-faith-based ethics. When we talk about the faith-based ethics, we talk about it is unique because it is a divine in authority. There are sources. Ethics that are discussed in the Old Testament, ethics that are discussed in the Quran. So this is a divine. But in a non-faith-based, it's not sometimes from the human reasoning. That is why maybe ethics, what is ethical for you is not unethical. It is not ethical for me. So that is why it is the faith-based ethics are needed, because to differentiate what is the real ethical and unethical business practices. So in a faith-based ethical businesses, doing it you will do it not just because of the profit maximization, but also aiming to get rewards from the Almighty God. In other words, you are aiming to be successful not only in this world, but also to have a profits in the hereafter. You are aiming to have a profits in the hereafter because you are, you know that after all, business in this world are temporary. So that is how it's different from the non-faith-based. In the non-faith-based ethics, only to maximize profit, maximize the well-being in this temporary world. Next. So, faith-based ethics talks about justice, fairness, honesty, and transparency, and of course, social responsibility. Next. So, one of the faith-based ethics is the Islamic business ethics. Islamic business ethics is one of, we can say, faith-based business practices. So how it is different, how it is important. So as you know, in Islam is a way of life. It is a comprehensive. In Islam, it's not just about the devotional acts, but Islam regulates, provide guidance to all aspects of human being, particularly the Muslims, including its business transaction. That is why in Islam talks about halal, akhlaq, ethics, and morality. This is the beauty. Like the human being, the beauty of human being is his akhlaq, his morality. Even how brilliant you are, but if you have no akhlaq, if you have no morality, ethics, you are not beautiful. You are not brilliant anymore. So Sharia, this Islam regulates, guides about the transaction activities of human being, particularly the Muslims. So wherein in this Sharia, as you can see, the business practices are regulated in Islam under the Sharia. We have this Aqidah. So you can see, akhlaq is not enough without Aqidah. Aqidah also is meaningless without akhlaq. These are all interrelated. Being a comprehensive, being a way of life, these are interrelated. So we'll see how Islamic business ethics are important in the sustainability and competitiveness of the small, micro and small, medium enterprises. Next. So in business ethics, in Islamic business ethics, always related, connected with the maqasid al-Sharia, the objectives of Sharia. The maqasid, the objectives of Sharia, the preservation of religion. In other words, all business transactions, activities, or when we talk about ethics, ethics should be aligned with the maqasid al-Sharia. All business activities should be aligned in the maqasid al-Sharia as the primary objective of Islamic law, which is to achieve maslahah, the public welfare. So, one of the maqasid al-Sharia is the preservation of religion. Any business practices, particularly unethical businesses that destroy, not favorable to the preservation, protection of religion is unethical, not allowed. Next is the preservation of life. Any business or practices in business that is against the protection and preservation of life. For example, selling haram products, because when we talk about the haram products, this is unsafe. This is not clean. This is not, so this is unethical because this is against the preservation and protection of life. Next is the preservation of intellect. Life, the protection of the mind. Any businesses, any practices that against the preservation of intellect is also unethical. So that is why narcotics, illegal drugs are prohibited in Islamic finance because it is against the preservation and protection of intellect. We have this preservation of progeny, family. That is why in some countries maybe prostitution is ethical, but in Islam it is an unethical. Although it will give profit maximization, but it's unethical. Why? Because it is against the preservation and protection of life. Next is the preservation of wealth. That is why hacking is unethical in Islamic finance, because this is against the protection and preservation of the wealth. The wealth is, we can say, is to be protected in Islam, Islamic finance. Next is the preservation of honor. So those are, so in other words, any business practices that are against in this maqasid sharia, this aspect of sharia is considered unethical. Next. So ethical principles of Islamic finance, justice and fairness, trust, amana, and of course the tawhid. I will not longer. Next. So these are, for example, in ethical principles of Islamic finance, no interest. Riba is prohibited in Islamic finance. It is faith-based ethical. Doing a business with interest in Islamic, not only, generally it's not only about in Islam, but even the other religion, interest is prohibited. So no interest in Islamic finance. Why? Because why it is unethical? Because this is no risk. This is a risk transfer instead of risk sharing. You, as the lender, you always enrich yourself by having an interest income. Yeah, but the borrower he invests the money he borrowed from you, and he fees risk. Maybe what type of risk? Maybe a loss, bankruptcy, but you as the owner of the money, you did not join, you did not participate. So this is a risk transfer. This is unethical. You are the owner. Why you did not join to the loss? Why you just getting profit? But in terms of loss, you do not want to join. So this is why no interest is prohibited. It's unethical. Interest is unethical in Islamic finance. Next is no gharar. It should be certain. Any transaction should be clear. Should be the description should be transparent. There is a mutual consent. Otherwise, it is unethical because no mutual consent, and this is also there is also a dishonesty. Risk sharing and profit loss sharing. No gambling, because in gambling is also an exploitation, like the interest. This is an exploitation. You enrage, you make yourself rich, getting money at the expense of others, and this is unethical. Of course, in Islamic, one of the ethical business practices is the products in any business should be halal. Otherwise, haram products or services are prohibited, because this is not good for the consumers and society. Because when we talk about the haram products, it is unsafe, unhygienic. It is not hygienic also in the aspect of Islamic finance. So that's the next slide. That's the connection between the ethics, as you can see, the ethics, and the sustainability. Ethics are important, is significant for a long-term sustainability, even how profitable your business, but when it is done, you do it in an unethical way, there will be a time that the trust of the consumers will be lost, and this will not lead to the sustainability of your business. Enhances the social responsibility, that is how important the ethics, and of course, this is ethical businesses and important for the environmental care and economic growth. And of course, the harness, the objectives of Sharia, which is the objectives of Sharia is the welfare of the society, that is the preservation of life, religion, wealth, and of course, the intellect and the dignity, the honor, which all of these are very important to the society. So again, ethics are important for the long-term sustainability of the business. So do smart, work smarter, harder, and ethically so that your business will be sustainable. Not only aiming profit in this world, but also aiming profit in the hereafter. Again, good morning to all of you and Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you for the excellent presentation, Professor Sahraman. Thank you very much. Now let me introduce our third speaker, Dr. Agustine Dwianika, M.Ak from Universitas Terbuka. Dr. Agustine is a lecturer at the Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Terbuka and currently serves as manager of the Endowment Fund and Investment at Universitas Terbuka. She holds a doctorate in economic science from Trisakti University, supported by International Scholarship Spire Singapore, joining the research program summer course in the Waseda University, Japan, and Bonn University, Australia. She has extensive academic experience. Dr. Dwianika has received several prestigious recognition, including a Best Paper Award at international conference. Her research interests focus on sustainability, green accounting, taxation, and financial management. Dr. Agustine, you may begin your presentation. Give applause to Dr. Agustine.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, Shalom, Rahayu, Rahayu, Rahayu. Distinguished Dean, Ibu Dr. Merani, Vice Dean, and Head of Research and Services, Professor Dewi Patmo, and also distinguished guest, Professor Erno from GW Management, Netherlands, Pak Zainur, Ibu Yemi, Ibu Olive, and student and also lecturer from USM. And I'm glad to see you all guys, especially support from Ibu Olivia, because she is one of the member of this project, and also Mas Asep as a student leader of this project. So now we are talking about ASEAN Youth Carbon Bank. Do you know how much carbon consumption in ASEAN nowadays? So before we are talking about it more, let's enjoy these videos. Committee, please. Videos, please. Okay, so the ASEAN Carbon Bank is a mobile application that recognize and encourage young participants, especially from Gen Z, we usually call, to contribute more youth environment awareness within an application that supported fully by Universitas Terbuka. And we are, Alhamdulillah, we are the winner of, first winner of IFSL. The videos, please. And nowadays, in 2026, we are getting funding, utilization funding from LPPM UT.
Participation approaches that integrated environmental, economic, and societal dimension. The research focused on developing AYCB as a science and technology project aligned with technology readiness levels, ensuring its readiness for real-world application by communities, education institutions. Using a research and development approach, the study covers prototype design, testing, evaluation, and refinement, including collaboration with small and medium enterprises.
The expected output include a digital platform prototype, a commercialization models, policy brief, and academic integration within Universitas Terbuka. Ultimately, this project aims to strengthen multidisciplinary research and support the advancements of green economic policy and carbon literacy in Indonesia.
Guys, I'm not joking. Our Earth is by 2030, carbon emissions in Southeast Asia are projected to jump 35%. That's a massive problem. How could it happen? But wait. What if every green small action not only reducing carbon emissions, but also resulting points and rewards?
Meet the ASEAN Youth Carbon Bank, the app that turns every green action into real impact.
Here's the thing, ASEAN is growing fast, but also means more cars, more energy, and more ways that increasing carbon emissions. These days, young people are doing amazing things, joining cleanup events or do recycle. But these actions are untracked, unrewarded, and also quickly forgotten.
That's why we create ASEAN Youth Carbon Bank, a platform that records every green action, convert it into carbon credit point, and give you rewards that you can actually use. ASEAN Youth Carbon Bank focus on 5 core goals: fighting climate change and restoring coastal ecosystem through mangrove planting, building healthier cities, and strengthening the green economy through strategic partnerships. We all live on our phones. We study, shop, and socialize online. So what if green action was just as easy and just as fun?
With ASEAN Youth Carbon Bank, you can do good for our planet. Oh, and also, you can get real rewards for it.
In Bali, the student takes public transport instead of driving. In Bandung, cycling replaces short motorbike trips. Every kilometer means another carbon credit point.
And here I am, planting a mangrove tree.
Each action might look small, but together, they create a measurable impact. Here's how it works. First, record your action. Then the system verifies it. After that, you earn carbon credit point or CCP.
Those CCP can be exchanged for rewards, from train tickets, electricity vouchers, to eco-friendly products. It's fun, transparent, and powered by AI plus blockchain to make every record credible. We believe that real change starts with one click, one write, and one tree at a time. Together, 213 million ASEAN youth can make the biggest climate impact that our region has ever seen. Because every green action counts.
Mangrove ke arah pesisir itu kan penting dalam rangka menjaga erosi, tsunami dan sebagainya. Cuman harus diatur juga kan, ini nanti ada beberapa jenis yang menyebabkan sedimentasi. Jangan sampai menghambat arus sungai yang dari hulu ke hilir. Jadi itu semuanya satu kesatuan ekosistem sebenarnya. Yang kami targetkan itu bukan berapa banyak yang ditanam, tapi berapa banyak yang berhasil.
Thank you so much. That is the ASEAN Youth. This is the ASEAN Youth Carbon Bank. It's a solution to gain environment awareness, especially young generation, to become a part of a successfully program of AECB 2026. So, if we are talking about the carbon emission in ASEAN, ASEAN is among the fastest growing emitters of carbon dioxide. So it could increase by nearly 35% in 2030 if no majority inversions are implemented. So something like transport, energy consumption, and also deforestation remain major. So we need young people as a larger cohort of young in the region history, around 230 million something, are the most vulnerable to impact of climate change and the most powerful agent to driving change. Next. But despite significant grassroots effort, young-led climate action are often informal, small-scale, and not systematically measured. This discourages founder participation, and also the other part, like such as government, NGOs, and also startup runs sustainability program, but they often operate in silos. So cross-border collaboration is limited and making collective regional progress harder to track. Next. So the Asian Youth Carbon Bank is a cross-border platform that captures and rewards young-led green actions to all of you guys and turning individual behavior into measurable regional impact that supported by SC's reporting and also value compliance. So in line with SCDs, it is programmed in line with SCDs 9 and also SCDs 11 about sustainable cities and communities, SCDs 13 about climate action, and SCDs 15 about life online, and the last one, SCDs 17 about partnership for the goals. AYCB 2026 foster environment awareness, promote sustainable lifestyle, and also connected to across South Asia, drive and collective climate action, young generation as well. Next. Okay, this is the detail of AYCB 2026. We actually we have two part of this application. The first one using for a B2C, which is small medium enterprises included in this category. There are AYCB features menu for B2C gaming feature. That's one to enhance the monitoring of youth-led green initiative, and the platform incorporated gamified features such as leaderboards, badges, and also challenges, which are designed to encourage young people to adopt sustainable practices more consistently. And second one, carbon conversion wallet. This function to convert green action into point that we call carbon credit points or CCP, and set of a standard is required for each action performed, such as cycling by points are calculated based on distance traveled by kilometer, or public transportation by converting in based on kilometer or travel, recycling by measured the waste recycled, and also tree planting by determined by number of type of tree planted. The other one, clean up event. It is important to calculate by number of participations contributing to the event, especially for business to customer. And other function of B2C AYCB is about article. This is a space for sustainability and environmental articles, providing knowledge and best practices on climate actions. So beside we encourage young generation to involve this program, we are also do education, especially from accountant and also economic faculty, especially on the carbon and also policy. How about AYCB community? This is very important because this forum where user can share experience and engage in the discussion or green initiative as well. And AYCB marketplaces, this is one of platform that connected eco-friendly products that are provided by small medium enterprises, and then enabling users to support sustainability practices. We also have B2B menu for partnership. We are very open to all of participations, NGOs, company or individual to being a partnership, and success, to be and continue this program to 5 years roadmap research and projects. First one, there are performance and impact analysis. So company gain access to this dedicated dashboard that provide real-time analytics, so they can monitor key metrics such as participant number, total hours volunteered, and also the total of carbon credit point generated that we already talking about before. That's verified ESG reporting also needed because there's detailed support annual, the detailed supporting like annual report, even it is small medium enterprise, third-party data that can be used for company annual report as usual. So enhancing their reputation and demonstrating a genuine commitment to sustainability is a must. And the other is emissions calculator. This tool allows partner to be to transparent, simulate, and predict the potential carbon dioxide emission that can be avoided by their employees or user of AYCB by activities. So thereby helping them building a clear business case by planning their corporate social responsibilities, budget, activities, or educate program, and also let knowing the stakeholder about the partnership impact by demonstrating how mitigation action, this AYCB, can be translated to into credible and reportable figures in real times. Next. So we have about AYCB's gamification. This is something that very interesting in this application. We have 5 levels of membership or gamer. The first one, seed member or beginning player. They possible to access the basic application features, and after that earn badge for 5 verified actions, and then access to local challenges and community event that collaboration or engaged by AYCB 2026. And the next level is leaf member or active grower. They are possible to get the monthly challenges and enjoy the exclusive eco-learning content, and also become a priority event registration member. And the very interesting thing, they will be got 5% bonus of carbon credit points. And the third level is tree member or the impact maker. They are possible to get 10% bonus of CCP and access to regional leaderboard that prepared with AYCB exclusively, and also become a hero because will be sent by email the carbon hero certificate. And the fourth level is forest member of the community leaders. They possible to enjoy 50% bonus of CCP, and also create and host verified social events by themselves, and also got the invitation to ASEAN's Youth Climate Forum as well. And the last one, the last but not least, Earth Guardian or the change maker. It is very exclusive positions member because they possible to enjoy 20% bonus of carbon credit points, and also enjoy the invitation to represent in AYCB Hall of Green, and also easy across to have new application with special features. Next. Yeah. This is our 5-year roadmap. So very interesting. We are the first year we are focusing in the founding and also teach validation. So we are very open to all you guys, ladies and gentlemen, to become a participant, and also what we call it investor for this application, instead of we are already got the fully support from research and communities. Universitas Terbuka, thank you so much, Prof. Dewi. We are got the sessions funded in the 2026 program. So in the first year, we are focusing in foundation and technology validation. So we need key milestone to be finalized, PT, company, legal entity, and also equity share structure, and then deploy core private blockchain, and also artificial intelligence or machine learning engine, And also after that, we launch close pilot with UT user based on 150 more, 150 user and so we are going to the second year with primary focus in national scale up and commercialization stabilization with expand reach to all Indonesian university and public, and also full APA data integration with state-owned enterprises in Indonesia. And in the third year, we're focusing in break-even point and regional readiness. So we have a plan to achieve break-even point as a commercialization revenue gain or more than for OPEX. So full of national penetration, secure ASEAN government grant for regional expansion digital, and also we have a strong confidence to achieve 50% OPEX covered by business-to-business licensing revenue as well. And in fourth year, we are focusing in initial regional expansions, such as launch operation in 3 or 4 ASEAN countries, including Philippines, inshallah, Korea. After that, we will finalize platform localization and acquire first international state-owned enterprises partners. And in the 5 year, we will be encourage full ASEAN coverage and governance. So we have a plan to achieve 7 until 8 country coverage, and it will be established regional governance council involving AAOU and also finalized technology roadmap for AYC 2.0. And 6 year or more, we are focusing in advanced innovation, including circularity and also EOT, and we have a plan to be successful in develop and pilot IoT sensor machine and module or waste management, soil and water quality as well, and integrated non-mobility data into the ledger because it's important to calculate everything accurately and transparently, and also launch premium SGDs data they are based on verified resource circularity. Next. Okay. This is the our financial feasibilities calculation. So we are separate in the main cost in the cost structure that are very important in the roadmap. The first one about platform and application development costs, and then serve and infrastructure costs, salary and wages, marketing and customer acquisition costs, and also human resource development and education costs, and administrative legal costs. We are confident to gain the 24.37% EBITDA in 5 years roadmap projects. So this is to reach out this 24% something. We have a plan to go to the revenue streams such as service fee, grant sponsorship, of course, and B2B data licensing, commission, and also one-time purchasing for products that elaborate with small, medium enterprises in Asia. Next. This is our application that we are discussing previously. We are very glad to invite you, especially young generation from USM, Universitas Terbuka, and all of you guys that have a strong interest and awareness to become a hero, a hero of sustainability, So become a member of this application or a program. It is you can learn more about not only sustainability but also policy about carbon credits and so on. Thank you very much. That's all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the insightful presentation, Dr. Agustine. What a great presentation from our speaker today. Thank you to all speakers for the insightful presentation. Please give applause for all speakers. We will now proceed to the Q&A session. Participants in the room may raise their hand, and for those joining online, please write your question in the chat box. Maybe the committee will help us for the question. Okay. Maybe the committee, online or offline first? We should? Okay. Offline from Dr. Shine. You can ask questions.
Speak in English or Bahasa?
It's up to you, but English is okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay. My question goes to all speakers. As such as we know that Indonesia and Malaysia, these states are quite similar, especially they have a big heterogeneity, many cultures, many traditions, and my question is, based on your point of view for the all speakers, how can micro, small, and medium enterprise balance the need for the transformation digital with the importance of preserving traditional values and local wisdom while remaining competitive in global market? Thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Give applause to Dr. Shine. Okay, we just answered the question first. We want to be the first. Okay, yeah. So the question is, for all speakers.
In my humble opinion, okay, thank you for the questions. Very interesting. In my humble opinion, how to collaborate and also become strengthen small medium enterprises. The one of solution is become a member of AYCB 2026, because this program also help SMEs to become a partner, and they will be sustained by supporting some products that ecosystem friendly, what we call it, with recycling products or so on, and it will be become a part of our partnership that successfully this program. So the other side, governance also very important to support this program, and also this the way out of become successfully SMEs, such as they provide some bazaar event or also marketing digital solution to being global or international seller or etc. And also they possible to join several seminars or courses that are focusing in SMEs, sustainability governance, and also reporting as well.
Yeah, with respect. So to balance talking about the culture, also the different cultures, respect to the entrepreneurship. Yes, of course, the role of the local government unit, as I emphasized earlier, is very important. I'm not sure how do you call here in Indonesia. The local government unit is every city, every kabupaten, there is a head. This we call in the Philippines local government unit. We have the state, we have the province, and we have this municipality. So the local government units has a big role to strengthen this initiative. What I mean is promotion of cultures with respect to entrepreneurship. So there should be the government should enhance the promotion, giving, of course, should also involve in the giving incentives, making policies, and of course, promotion of the local cultural. As I said, culture is also an asset. It can be it's also an opportunity. So that is why the local government units role is very important in enhancing this through financing, through promotion, and of course through collaboration and cooperation with other stakeholders of the society. So that's my.
In my case, I will show the case of in domestic of Korea. So basically, the small and medium enterprise, they did not have some platform for sales and for their customer. There's nowadays there is just the marketplace platform. So actually, so that kind of marketplace platform is established by the big company, but between the customer and the local, the small and medium enterprise, the big company make a big marketplace. At that the system, the SME can advertise their product as like the fishermen and the farmers, and can upload there's some merchandise. It's actually the apples, the dried fish, the other things, and the big company make a connection with the logistic company, and the big company just to make the marketplace, and the logistic company the guarantee the delivery system. Those I think so very good situation for the SME. Already I mentioned about the kind thing in my presentation. It's a small company has no time to make the big make a marketplace, and no power to advertise them. That is another type of the small, the medium, the enterprise strategy. And another thing is already of the world, the kind of type of the marketplace is already popular. I think the influencer so advertise their SMEs product in their on the TikTok or the Instagram. But that is another type of the business strategy of SME. So I mean practically I think the SMEs cannot establish their own marketplace and make them advertise to the others. Those the platform for the marketplace or the advertising system will be established by the big company. But eventually, I think there is another type of traditional market. So in Korea, the very famous traditional market is managed by the Seoul government, Seoul city government. Thus, I think eventually, I think the marketplace for the SME and the customer will be established by the government or city government, I think.
Okay, thank you, Prof. The question has been answered that to improve our SMEs, to make SMEs become better, we have three answers for the questions. The first is by joining the sustainability actions, AYCE, and then support from local governments. And then the third is the platform itself for the SMEs to grow and to sell their product, right? Okay, we move to the next question. Participant here, you can raise your hand. Okay, please, the committee. You can say your name and your student from what program study.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good afternoon. Let me introduce myself. I am Rama Satria Lesmana from the Tourism Study Program. I ask a question for Dr. Agustine. How does EYCB ensure the accuracy, integrity, and fraud prevention of user-submitted green action, especially when relying on AI verification and self-reported data? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Very interesting question. So, how to verify this action will be impact and corrected to become redeems point credit, what we call it, with carbon credit points, right? So we have an application that collaborated with artificial intelligence and also machine learning. It will be make sure the evidence such as attachment of things that are tree that they are contribute, and also will be rate the current location that they are do their activities only by around 1 or 2 minutes. So it will be a little difficult to do fraud, like prepare of the billings, fake billing or something like that, because we are exactly calculate and confirmation to the partners that become SMS partner collaboration in this program. So in the AYCB 2.0 means next generation, we also have a plan to make this program globally. So we will spend much more fund to make sure that the server and all of things that related with artificial intelligence issues become solved. That's enough. Thank you.
Okay, give applause to the question, to the student. Yeah. Okay, we have another questions here. Yeah.
Hi all, I'm Jamal from USM Malaysia.
Okay.
Okay, my question is, given that artificial intelligence development is costly and time consuming, is there multilateral cooperations among ASEAN countries in advancing AI in SMEs?
Yeah, the questions to Professor.
Maybe
Chung?
Prof. Kwang?
Maybe. Yeah,
Oh.
Chung.
Could you?
Yeah.
Advancing AI in SMEs. Is there multilateral cooperations since that it is quite costly?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, in the Korean company has their own the AI model, the AI service, and in that company they will use that. And I mean, nowadays in Korea, the AI based the SMS advertising is a very simple thing. as the short video in the Instagram or the YouTube, there are so many kind of AI-based advertisement. Then that is not personalized. I mean, that kind of AI-based the email or the AI-based the short video is not personalized. That means in Korea, the AI, we can use the AI for the advertising or SMS, short message or video. But for that, the AI have to access the personal data or the private information about the people. Then nowadays, actually now it is illegal. Thus, I think as I mentioned, the classification of the customer is very important. Thus, in my case, already I have the Korean patient about that. That means emotional grouping or the classification of the customer. I think within basically I will think the regulatory or the law will be made within these years in Korea about the usage of privacy, private data or personal data, how can the access and how can be managed by the company. Then after that, the identification, the mechanism will be adapted to that system. After that, I think the small, medium enterprise can use the AI, the public AI, I mean. They used to make the personalized SMS video or the email, I think.
Thank you, Professor Chung. Move to another question. Okay, raise your hand and you can stand up.
Okay, I'm Zamzuraida from USM. So my question goes to Prof. Kwang Sik on business strategy and innovations. My question is, on your point of view, how can small businesses leverage AI without losing their unique culture, authenticity, and local trust? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Zuraida.
Yes, it is very big, difficult, and my research concern. And basically, the cultural barrier is very important. And nowadays, the Gemini or ChatGPT, as like the big company, try to delete the bias or something, the bias about the religion, the culture, or the other things. That actually it is very difficult, and I think nowadays it is impossible because the bias elimination and the avoid algorithm is limited. I mean, basically the LMM, the model, follow the big data, and big data are made by people. And as you know, the people are biased, I think, a little bit. Then so many people make some bias, information bias opinion. Then the AI or LMM, the model, have to follow that kind of thing. But before the submit the result of the personal prompt to the customer, the AI company delete that kind of things. So also often the bias result has a big problem. Those I think if the people of the world become good, then the LMM has no bias information, and at that time there is no cultural discrimination, I think. And I think AI, now so AI service is 5 years old child, because both the 5 years AI child has 1,000 eyes, 20,000 of ears, and the 200 of brain, I think. But there's actually the professors about the mention about the ethics. Nowadays, the ethics of AI is very important. So next to tomorrow's my presentation, so many times I will mention the ethics or the ethics of AI. Then in this stage, the AI just gathers so big and huge information of the world internet and analyze that and make the probabilistic score of each word. After that, the AI makes the result. Thus, there is no ethic consideration. Thus, I think I have no idea and I cannot answer you. But the computer science or the developer have to think about that. Nowadays, the customer, as the SMEs, startup student, have to do that, I think. Thus, I have no idea about your question. But within the 5 years, I think that kind of the system will be established by the big company. So there's the conclusion. The SME owners, as you student, have to review and verify every time. It's the result of AI, the analysis result, I think.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Kwang. Give applause. So, is there any question right here, offline session? Okay, yeah. Elias, one of my MOOC student. Nice to see you here today.
Okay, thank you, Tutor. My question for Dr. Sahraman.
Sahraman.
Sahraman, sorry.
Dr. Sahraman, okay.
From education and awareness of environment pollution, how can the general public be raised in awareness and cultivative and attitude of caring for the environment again, the effect of the pressure in economic now?
Yeah. Can you make it more clear? One more, yeah.
Maybe I can translate in Malay, kan? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, sure.
Okay, dari bermuamalah syariah, maqasid syariah. Okay, dan kesedaran terhadap pencemaran alam sekitar. Macam mana masyarakat umum hari ini dapat ditingkatkan kesedaran atau membudayakan sikap menjaga alam sekitar terhadap kesan tekanan ekonomi sekarang?
Okay, thank you, Elias, for the question. Yeah, for the impact, yeah. To increase the awareness about environmental damage to people, to citizens. Okay.
So you talk about how to enhance our awareness environmental problems pertaining to ethics, maybe. Of course, there are many initiatives now pertaining to the, like for example, the program of Professor. It's about environment. That's about awareness. So there are many programs, initiatives now that are organized in order to increase the awareness of our society, particularly the young ones, pertaining to the importance of preserving the environment, about how to prevent the effect of the climate change. So with respect to the awareness, as I said, yeah, each country now, there are many programs. So it's not the problem now to increase the awareness. In the universities, of course, integrated also the sustainable development goals in different subjects sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's initiatives on the awareness on the environment. With respect to the Sharia, how we can increase, the Sharia itself encourages to protect the environment, because as we said in the Sharia, Maqasidu Sharia, it's a protection of family, protection of intellect. If the environment will be affected, this will affect the intellect, even the family, even the wealth, and even the property of the. So increasing, we should, for Muslims, or initiative to this environmental awareness is we can see it's already mandated to us. Muslims will mandated to us to protect the environment. This is part of the Maqasid al-Sharia. So by performing prayer, performing the obligatory or duties, spiritual duties, we will be aware that how important the environment. So that's another initiative that my answer to you. There are many platforms that enhance awareness, so you can join. You can join also the program of our speaker as one of the initiative for the environmental awareness. So I think so. Do I answer your question?
Okay, thank you, Professor Sahraman. Give applause. Okay, because this event is hybrid, offline and online, let's check our Zoom. Maybe the committee, you can help us to show the questions. Okay, the first question from Syaifullah to Professor Kwang Chung. Based on your research or experience in Korea, are there specific policies or support systems that have proven effective in strengthening? Maybe the text is not complete there. Yeah, maybe strengthening to SMEs. Is there any policies, from Korea to? Yeah, maybe your point of view or your opinions. Yeah. Oh, strengthening small business resilience. Yeah, sure.
I think my answer is a little bit different to the question. Then, in my case, I have the 2 times project with the small, medium enterprise.
Oh, sure.
Especially in Korea, the department and the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise, and they have the Department of SME, the Korean Department of SME and Ministry of SME has their support the fund. That fund, those fund has several types. One is the research fund for the SME. And then the SME has the, as I said, the small research power. Those are from the Ministry of SME. I got the research fund and with the small SME. That is another type of the support policy. And in my case, I have been the 1 year's research center of SME. That Solugate, the company name is Solugate, and the Solugate developed the speech to text and text to speech. So with that technology, that the company established voice chatbot. So it's like in the call center. Then, so yes, I mean, so in Korea, the government fund can be used for the research fund for the SME, and that is my experience.
Okay. Yeah.
And
sure.
the another thing is a little bit different. So in my case, I have to make a paper about the software development methodology for the small and medium enterprise. The big system development company has their own the QMO and the other developer and the consultant. Those the agile, the software develop company or the others, several the software development methodology can be used by the big company. But in Korea, there are so many small development company, system development company. In that case, they has no manpower for the quality assurance team or the other the team for the support the product documentation and delivery the making team. So for that, I make resize the commercial big software development methodology. That is the research or the experience about the SME.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Kwang. Give applause. Yeah, so in Korea, there is support, yeah, from the governments and from the national levels to the SMEs. Okay, next we move to the second question from Santi Imelda to Professor Sahraman. The presentation suggests that ethics sustains while profit builds. In a highly competitive global market where MSMEs often face a race to the bottom regarding price, how can these businesses maintain expensive ethical standard without losing their competitive edge in the term of pricing and efficiency? Yeah. Professor, you can answer this question.
Is this expensive ethical standard? Are there expensive ethical standards? What does it mean? So how can these businesses maintain, maybe you're referring to how these businesses maintain ethical standards without losing their competitive edge in the terms of pricing and efficiency. In fact, maintaining the competitive standard, this will attract in the long run the customers. Of course, talking about the question is referring to the possibility that if the business does not maintain the ethical standard, then this will compromise the profit. As I said earlier, that maintaining the ethical standard, then it will not compromise the profit because profit builds. Because what is we aim here is the sustainability, not the short-term sustainability of the business, but the long-term sustainability. So do not compromise the business in the short term by not maintaining the ethical standard. Continue to maintain the ethical standard, not for the short term, but the long term, because this is one way of how you can maximize the profit in the long term. So the question is how these businesses maintain a business standard without losing their competitive edge in terms of pricing and efficiency. The way of how you can maintain this is just continue. As you promote that promote to your customers that you really promote the ethical standard, because after all, your customers will patronize your products. So because the trust is important. when we talk about ethics, we talk about also the trust. So the trust is very important. So never mind having each in terms of the price, because the aim is for the long run. Just maintain, because after all, the trust will sustain, and if the trust will sustain, then profit will come. I think that's my answer.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Sahraman. Give applause. Participant. Yeah, so the SMEs also must consider the trust for the business to sustain in the long run. That's very interesting. Okay, the next from Soft 1 to Dr. Agustine. How sustainable and scalable is the proposed revenue model for example, B2B data licensing, grants, and service fee in the long term, particularly after initial funding and sponsorship opportunities decline? Yeah, Dr. Agustine, here is the question.
Very interesting and technical question as well. And in general, purpose revenue models, especially for after initial funding and sponsorship opportunity decline. So
yeah, source of the funding maybe.
Correct.
Right.
For if you are talking about sponsorship opportunities declined, we have a plan to prepare some others calculating or the other proposal opportunities. We, especially in the business-to-business data license, we have planned focusing in company. The first one, we going to state-owned enterprises, what we usually call BUMN. We already called some companies, so state-owned enterprises like Telkom and BNI, Mandiri, and so on, that that having opportunity and willingness to support, even in the in kind, not only for funding directly, but also in kind supporting, such as discussing or opportunity to learn about their how AI maintenance that they already prepared for their systems, and also information about the ASEAN and global sponsorship that related with our project. And the other side, we also reach out. We have try and also reach out to government's fundings like BIMA's scheme or other partnership for overseas universities grant research and also projects. So we, especially for business to business, we also need collaboration and elaboration with others universities and also companies that have strong interest in the environment awareness, especially to lead young generation to become what we call it with sustainable hero, like in the 5 levels of game and so on. So this is our homework, that we have to become a professional partner and have to presenting our proposal and also our calculation, so they will be being to join and investing to our projects. But we believe it will be impeccable to sustainable and also to encourage all of Universitas Terbuka students and also all of college that we already have to become a partner. I think we also invite Mas Asep as a student leader. Maybe you have something to say about these sponsorship opportunities.
Okay, the committee, you can give the mic.
He's the leader, student leader of this project, so we specially invited to get insight and also discussing about artificial intelligence or machine learning as well.
Okay, good morning, honorable speakers and all the participants. My name is Asep Rohmat, and I am honored to stand before you today as a project leader of Asian Youth Carbon Bank. So I'm excited to announce that our project is moving a pivotal stage, is the application realization. And this journey began with the dedicated collaboration in incredible team of Universitas Terbuka. Together we have worked to transform an ambitious vision into a tangible digital solution for a sustainable future. So our project aims to empower young people to take real action on climate change by turning sustainable behavior into carbon credit through a digital platform. So as we enter the implementation phase, I invited you all, the experts, stakeholder, and partner to join us because your support, insight, and collaboration are essential to making this project successfully across a region. Together, we can create the real impact to build a more sustainable future of Asian. Because every green action counts with Asian Carbon Bank. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Asep. Give applause.
Yeah. One thing, this is also important that we have a plan for waste plan. We have to change the calculation of break-even point targeted if it's happened, but we are confident to get EBITDA 24.37% in the third year as well. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Agustine. Give applause to Dr. Agustine. As we come to the end of this session, allow me to briefly summarize today's discussion. We have gained valuable insight on sustainability and digital transformation. These perspectives are highly relevant in navigating the global business environment. I have new quotes for today. So we must work smarter, and then ethical and sustainable. Give applause. Thank you to all of our distinguished speakers for sharing their knowledge, and to all participants for your active engagement. Finally, I would like to return the session to our Master of Ceremony, Mrs. Chandra Murthy. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for our distinguished speakers and moderator for the insightful discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, please once again give them a round of applause. We shall now to proceed the token of appreciation, ceremony, and documentation. May I invite our distinguished speakers and moderator to come forward. The token of appreciation for speakers and moderator will be presented by the Dean of Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Terbuka. Yes. May I take a picture for a while? And then next, you just, okay. That's okay. Just take a moment for a while. Thank you very much for Prof. Sahraman. And then the next. Thank you so much, Dr. Agustine Dwianika, SE M.Ak. Okay, and then for our moderator, thank you so much, Mr. Adam Sudaryanto. And now we're gonna take a picture together with all the speakers and moderator. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we will take a picture with the all invited guests. My invite to all invited guests to stand up. And then maybe all the speakers turn around. Then our photographer can shoot from the in front of later on. Okay. Maybe you can just in the center of the, yeah, joining with, okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then UT pose like this. Just put your in here like this. Your finger in like this. Ah yeah, UT pose. Alright then. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and keep spirit pose like this. Keep spirit like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much. You may please back to your seat. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, what an insightful discussion today with our speakers and our moderator. Thank you. May I please sit it. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, we have now come to the end of this morning session discussion. We certainly hope that today's seminar have a valuable insight and meaningful academic exchange. We will now have to have a brief lunch, and the session will continue at 1:30 p.m. I am Chandra Murthy signing out. Thank you very much for having me, and goodbye. Bapak dan Ibu, kami persilakan untuk ke ruang